Hello and welcome back to Just Code It. Today we're going to be taking a look at Plotly tables. Let's just jump right in. The only difference from our other tutorial videos is Plotly tables does not use Plotly Express. It uses Plotly graph object or ASGO. Let's do our imports, create some data. This is the data we're going to be working with. Let's make a table. How we make a table, define figure 1, define data from go table. It's a list of tables. Define the header as a list of columns. Grab the columns from the data frame. This gives color, alignment, center align text, and font information about the font. So we're just going to do black and size. For the cells that we can define, how you do that is we're going to grab the values from the columns within the data frame. For each column, grab the actual column. To create values for the table, iterate over the data frame columns, grab this column and add it to a list. This is kind of slicing it and adding it as a list of columns as values. Add it, give it a color, align it, and give it text, font, and size. Finally, we're going to give it a title and title x-axis, centering and showing the plot. Here you can see the basic table. Up next, we're going to do a more advanced table. We're going to mix data with items, brand, price, units sold, and rating. Then we'll create a figure 2. Within this table, we'll create a header and style it using bold header text. Put bold brackets for the bold text for the header. We're going to create a line color for the header row. Fill, same as before, center the text. We're also going to do this for the values, but the values we're not going to bold. Fill as this light cyan or white, depending if it's an even or odd row. If it's odd, it's white. How we do this is take the length of this df divided by 2, add 1, and times it by this c. If you do this in Python, it creates a list with those values iterating cyan, white for the length of the table. That's what that does. We're going to align right, far left columns, align left, far right columns, align center, middle column aligned right. Price is right. Font and height of the cell will be defined instead of auto. You're probably familiar with title, height, width. Let's see if we can put here, light blue now. We'll have light blue and white instead of light cyan. Moving on to number 3, we're going to do conditional formatting. We're going to make some data. Let's scroll down. df3. Let's look at it. Student ID, name, math score, science score, and attendance %. We're going to define our conditions. Create a little helper function called getScoreColors, which assigns the color to the math scores and assign it to the math colors. For science and attendance, we'll do the exact same thing. This creates a list of what colors they should be assigned to. After getting the data set up, we can move on to creating the plot. We have the values, fill color, alignment, and font for the headers. The only difference is values replace underscore with a space for neater headings. The first 2 colors are white, and then we define the color schemas for the others. This is a list within a list. It's assigning the list. If it's a single list, it assigns based on the columns. And if you add a list within the list, it's based on the rows within the column. Moving on, alignment, height, update the table with the name, title, run it, and we have conditional formatting. Last, we have totals, rows, and columns, adding those ending rows and columns for the totals. How we do this is we're just going to create some data and then perform calculations. First, create data product A, B, C. Calculate those totals by summing each product. Prepare values for the table. So essentially just doing column to list. Let's actually take a look at that real quick. We see north, south, east, west, and their values. Iterate over all that. Fill cell colors and create a list. Here you can see we made another nestled list with all the colors. We're going to do light blue for the total columns and light gray for the first columns, north, south, east, west. After creating the color mapping and the totals. So we have our product totals, and then this bottom row will be totals for each column. We can now create the graph. To do this, we're just going to do another figure. It's probably getting a little bit repetitive, but we're going to do the values again, columns, make it bold, center, define the font, line color. Let's grab this and look at it. Here we can see this line in the code. This alignment is going to give us the right, this alignment is going to do what we did before and do the left, right based off the length. Then for the font, we're going to change the font based off if it's either a product total or a region total. Let's run this real quick. If you look close, let's change that to red. It's easier to see. You can see the totals there are red, and then the region totals are green. You can now define the totals as red or green. Let's get rid of that row. Let's keep everything as black. We're just going to add a bit to the sales rows. We're just going to add a bit of formatting to see what this kind of formatting is. You can come in here, grab this, just run it, and you can see we can change the formatting based on that. Let's change that to 0.2. Update the layout with the title, location, width, and height. We get this graph where the product and region are colored based off of what they are. That is it for Plotly tables. Please comment down below with any questions, and I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you next time.